Hey folks, this week we're talking about transition in the home. Some of us like things to stay the same. Whenever I was about 25, I took a test about how much do you like change. I actually scored a 4. I like the way things are. It's comfortable, it's noble, it's convenient. But unfortunately for me, in God's economy, He makes a way for transitions. Change is a part of life. Now, anytime we have change, even a good change, there is a sense of loss for what has been. We have to understand that. But also, since God ordains change, God will use the next chapter in our lives. This is especially for parents of young kids. Whether or not you know this or not, there's two things you need to understand when your kids are young. You have two responsibilities. Number one is you want to try to prepare your kids for eternity. Now, we understand that salvation is of the Lord, and we cannot do that. That's a work of God's grace. But we want to set the stage. We want to till the soil of the hearts in those early years. So one thing we want to do is to prepare our kids for eternity. But also, we want to prepare our kids to leave our homes. Yes, from the early age, that's what we're thinking of. Because we want our kids to learn to think for themselves and to think independently. Not be caught up in culture or whatever's going on in the pop culture as well. We want them to be looking to God and to His Word. And that means we let them make messes sometimes. We give them opportunity to make choices. Sometimes those choices are not what we like. Sometimes in the gray areas of life, the personal preference areas, our kids might choose a little bit different direction. And we've got to give them grace and space to make those transitions. So remember today, when your kids are young, you got to put the extra effort in, not to get your kids to mimic what you want them to do or say. We want them to think like Christians. What does God say? What does God's Word say? And hopefully we're living that out in our personal lives. But as our kids get older, they will not embrace every one of our ways. They will not cross every T or dot every I like we do, and that's okay. Because our goal is to prepare our kids to think for themselves, hopefully think biblically, and then we give them to the grace of God. Two things we're trying to do: prepare them for eternity and to prepare them to leave our home, to be an independent thinker, biblically so, for the glory of Jesus Christ. Hope this makes sense. Hope it challenges you and encourages you. This is Kirk Smith with ICHE's Take 5.